Hi, and welcome to this new episode on Cloud One-to-One. Today I have here with me Alexandre GenAI lead at Collibra. He'll be explaining how GenAI has impacted Collibra today. Are you ready? Let's dive deep. This is Cloud One-to-One,
You're listening to Cloud 121.
where we bring the cloud straight to you.
All right.
Let's do it.
Happy to see you.
Thanks, Alexander, for being here with us today on this rainy autumnal day. How are you feeling?
Oh, it's way better than the rain. Happy to be here with you. Actually, with two of you.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We are just so glad that you took some time to be with us. I would suggest that we start by maybe taking some time to introduce you. What do you do? Who do you work for? And what does your day look like?
All right, perfect. So I work for Collibra. I started there 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago. I was just coming back from China, where I studied for a while. I had my mind completely open, and suddenly I was on the phone with our co-founder, Stan. And he was talking about, okay, let's create a data office, let's create that data strategy for the purpose of using our own software internally. We call that drink your own champagne, so I love that phrase. And fast forward, just in November, the new technology was coming out. New GenAI stuff was coming out, and we directly, through our prototypes, understood that there was a lot of potential for automation. And of course, when then those prototypes were shared, we directly understood we had to do something there, that there was a tremendous opportunity to create better software, more user-friendly software. Mm-hmm. And then I became responsible for GenAI at Collibra. So this is how it starts. And now in November, those 3 GenAI features are already being used by customers today. So wow. In 1 year of a time. So
what a journey.
Great to see, and happy to have been with Devoteam on this journey. Has been a tremendous journey. A lot of work, but it's clearly paying off.
Yeah, you introduced the topic of today really well, very smoothly. We want to focus this episode on GenAI and want to learn as well from you and what you're doing with Collibra, so that we can inspire potentially other people out there, right? So I guess one thing that we can definitely agree on in 2023 is that GenAI has completely disrupted our lives.
Absolutely.
I think I can say our lives in general. We were even talking about, how GenAI has changed the way marketeers do their jobs and image generation, subtitles, right? So how did GenAI disrupt Collibra?
Yeah, big disruptive technology, and you know that video, right? AI is everywhere now. It is. So, of course, as a data scientist, it's great to hear, because now your topic was always pretty interesting, but now it's top of the agenda for everybody. So that's great to see. So it has disrupted a lot of industries right now, and as I said, there is tremendous potential for automation. We've seen that directly in November 2022 already, and we've created a whole program for making sure that actually Collibra is GenAI ready, making sure our engineers are ready, making sure everybody from very low levels to the very high levels, everybody knows how to spell GenAI. Yeah. And that has been the important thing, because if you want to build a better product with a certain technology, and it can be whatever technology, but technology that improves your software, then you have to focus on getting your everyone ready for that technology to adopt it.
100%. So what kind of structure, let's talk a little bit more practically. How did you implement GenAI within Collibra? Did you put a structure in place? What did you do there?
Yeah, so we've started a 5 work stream program. 5 work streams. So first, marketing, enablement as second, products as third, then tech partnerships, also pretty important, and AI governance. Maybe I should elaborate on on all of them so that you get the
That would be nice,
context. So for example, on marketing, it's very clear this is a new topic around AI. Data is more needed than ever, and we are the data intelligence company. With Collibra, we make sure that our customers understand their trusted data. So understand it, find it, what does it mean, how to get access to it, have data quality rules on top of it, and so on. So we make sure there is trusted data there to be used. And of course, you have to put that into your AI. AI needs a lot of that. A big beast needs a lot of data. So you have to make sure that all that data is ready for it. So Collibra makes sure you understand your trusted data with data quality checks on top, the catalog, and so on. We have multiple products for it. So we want to show that in the markets, that everything that happens on AI, that you understand what data is going to be needed there. Where is that data? Because it's high quality data that's going to be needed. So we need a lot of thought leadership around the AI topic, especially about this new disruptive technology, Gen AI. That's one. Second is everything that is enablement. And this is where we worked a lot together with Devoteam, is we have to kind of make sure our whole organization is Gen AI ready. That's what we said, right? Yeah. So we have to make sure there is a lot of energy coming together. We identify champions and we enable the company through information sessions, through hackathon. And that's what we did together, and which we are gonna, I think, go deeper on. A Pizza and Gen AI Day, etc. Like we really enable the organization. Third is products. Of course, we want to build products. This is gonna be with our product organization. We need to build 3 new products. So that means we need to have a good collaboration there. Fourth is technology partnerships. Of course, we took Google there. Google has been the first one that came up with the transformer technology. So that's the base for Gen AI. So they have a lot of expertise in-house to do that. So was pretty obvious decision there, as this is our also a very important partner of Collibra. And fifth, AI governance. There is a boom of AI projects everywhere right now at every customer. But how are we going to manage that AI? How are we going to manage the data flows, data inputs, data output flows, legal? How do we check all the legal assessments that have to happen? Privacy. So many topics are related to this, especially with the AI Act coming up by December in 2023. So in just 1 month and a half, we will have the AI Act. Biden's executive order went out. Now NIST actually has 270 days, 260 days to get it into implementation. So a lot of the legal landscape is completely changing as well. So that means we need AI governance to really govern what is happening with all that AI. So those are the 5 work streams. And yeah, all of these have had people responsible. So we've set the program. So 5 work streams. Each work stream has a person that is responsible for it. And every work stream had a lot of tasks that had to be done for a certain date. So that's how we kind of structured the whole program, the Gen AI program at Collibra.
Wow. Seems like the whole entire organization was involved.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those projects.
Yeah, like the whole organization was involved, from HR to product engineering, our own data office. And by the way, our own data office has a podcast as well called The Data Download. So they will be happy to hear it. So yeah, the whole organization was fully involved and was great to hear.
How did you get the whole organization excited for Gen AI, right? Because it doesn't just happen. Excitement doesn't just happen. How did you manage that?
Yeah. So, and that's actually in that enablement work stream, right? We had the 5 work streams. Well, the second one is enablement, which means we have to make our organization Gen AI ready for this new technology. So you have to make sure those already very early on, you can identify those individual light bulbs around the organization. Those are champions that have those great ideas on, hey, I've built this prototype. I've built this prototype, or hey, I see that customers are struggling with a certain aspect. Well, I solved it with GenAI. So you have individual light bulbs in the organization. But of course, with a light bulb, that light bulb only has an impact on its surroundings. It's maybe a little area, right? Maybe it's a very strong lamp at a certain point, but you need to think about it as like bringing all these light bulbs together. You can think about a train. A train goes in the same direction, the same strategy, and needs a lot of electricity. Trains go really fast, certain trains, and we wanted a really, really fast train there, where all those individuals, those champions came together to really push forward on that train, that same strategy. And then you have to make sure you have that strategy up front. So how do you bring all of these people like together in general? It's like, okay, you bring all these champions together. That's the first. You listen to them. And in the very beginning, the early stages, we kind of formed a core team where we tried new things on the technology. We brought it into almost production instances to see, okay, how is it working? Then you have to move even a step forward. You have to get the whole organization ready. And for that, for example, we launched a new Slack channel called the Artificial Intelligence Avenue, where everybody was posting their new ideas, their new GenAI model releases. Like this channel is very popular right now. So that's one. Second, a lot of information sessions, because in the organization, it's a new technology, right?
Yeah, of course.
Even so, in January, February, like a lot of people, like you hear from the news, okay, Samsung has a kind of almost data breach by using that technology. So you have to make sure you inform people correctly on, okay, what is really going on there and what is the technology really about? How do you kind of differentiate all of these aspects together? That's the second one. And a third one, the summum of the enablement sessions, was our hackathon. This really brings everybody together. Actually, more than 100 people came together in 19 teams. They all had individual ideas, and they really took 2 days worth of their time to build out these ideas, and the results were phenomenal.
What I really love about what I'm hearing from you is that even if you had, a solid structure, a solid plan, a project, right, involving all these people, you try to keep add some fun, add some creativity in your melting pot, right? And I think that's where the hackathon added so much excitement, fun. There was a lot of fun involved. Let's talk about the hackathon, because you mentioned it already a few minutes ago. So could you explain to us why you wanted to organize a hackathon? And then how did we, as Devoteam G Cloud, how did we contribute to that?
Yeah, so why a hackathon? A hackathon is fun. People are excited for hackathons usually. And it's really a practical workshop. Like you really have something at the end of the hackathon.
Yeah.
Usually, if you have
if it goes well.
teams, if everything goes well.
Yeah.
So the idea is that we organized the hackathon because we knew, okay, there are engineers that are excited about the technology, but we have to make sure they have the time to really work on their ideas. And we really took the time. So we took 2 days out of their schedule, their already very busy schedule. And already saved that time for really dedicated work on that. Of course, the hackathon is not only 2 days. You need a lot of preparation work, certainly in the beginning. And their Devo team was really helpful. They were almost camping at our office. I think we had 10 or 15 people from Devo team, 2 days with Google as well. So I think 20, 30 people that were there to really support all our Collibrans worldwide, because I think they stayed until 10 in the evening or 11 in the evening. So to really support everybody. So there is a lot of work that is needed in the beginning of the hackathon. So a lot of enablement sessions. I think we did 3 or 4. We did a pizza and GenAI day to just make it fun, right? And then you have the hackathon where everybody has their team, 19 teams, more than 100 people participated, and they have an objective. They want to solve for a business problem. And that's important. It's not just, okay, let's try the new technology. We solve for a business problem. And during the hackathon, most of the teams really came out with a result that was almost production ready. Of course, it's always difficult to say that something is production ready, but looking good, working properly well. So just looking back at the results of the hackathon, they really enabled us to really think, okay, what is the potential here of this technology in automating our software?
Wow. So you got concrete key results, results from that hackathon.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Like really good results. Like the submissions from those teams, still the ideas that even weren't chosen to go into production. Already these submissions are still in the backlog for when our three initial, so we've chosen right now to go forward with 3 of the ideas there and get them into production. Customers are already using it right now in private beta. They will GA next year, in the beginning of next year. So we've chosen 3 of them to go forward with, but there are so many potential more. There is so many good ideas to go forward on. So we have some nice backlog sitting there to go forward with.
Nice. So we could say it was really productive, insightful, innovative, something to do again, maybe.
Absolutely. The results were great of the hackathon. And for me, the enablement work stream is not just about ID generation. It's all about getting people ready to use and adopt a new technology, really paving that road forward for them in being open to that new technology. And they will be open as well to think, okay, what are the other problems that I face, that customer face, which we can solve with a certain technology. So not just ID generation, but certainly a lot of enablement in the organization.
Well done. You guys did that really well.
Yeah, it was a fantastic journey, that hackathon.
And so what are the different steps in implementing Gen AI in production, right? You were explaining that after the hackathon, you were nearly in production. So what were the few steps that you had to take it further into beta testing, for example?
Yeah, so prototypes, they are everywhere, right? And that's the best thing to do to convince people. Next step is getting things to production. And there are so many people needed to get that done. Of course, you need legal, you need security, products. Of course, you need to build a product, so product is there. Engineering, our AI team. So there are so many people suddenly that have to come together in building that production-ready AI feature. So a lot of people have to come together. We have to work together. If I'm thinking about the challenges, is certainly making sure everybody has the time to really consider the ideas that are out there, so that we bring them to production. Making sure everybody has that's on a product roadmap, so that it's on the roadmap, it's scheduled. But just thinking about like getting it to production means there is a new technology there. That means some people in the loop, so from the different departments, maybe don't know this technology yet. What is the backend? How is the backend working? And there we have to make sure the new information is available for them to kind of understand the risks, if there are risks. Like, what is this new technology? How does it work? How does the backend work? Of course, at the time, this technology was completely new. I think the Palm models were just out, or even not out yet. But we had a preview access. So that means not all documentation is either ready already. It's maybe not ready yet. So you have to get different product people from GCP then involved, making sure we fully understand the technology, how the backend works, and all of these details to really get it into production.
It takes a lot of cohesion, right? A lot of alignment.
Yeah.
good stakeholder
A lot of
management.
alignment is needed, communication, making sure the kind of target and goals are pretty clear. And that framework always helped us. Like on the 5 work streams, people directly understood, okay, these are our goals. And everybody has access to this document, so everybody knew at every time what we were doing. And of course, communication is great, like with all stakeholders, but you have the wider organization that needs to be informed as well. And at different all hands, so calls where we bring everybody from our company together, we did present what is the kind of latest updates, how far were we into our journey getting to production.
That's really cool. How is Collibra making sure that Gen AI products are aligned with your overall business strategy, your business goals?
Yeah, pretty clear there. Is like the technology is there just to get a certain problem resolved. And of course, we always listen to our customers. So we know what is going on there. We know how we can improve our software. So there we directly started from certain business problems, customer issues, if you will, or improvements that we can do. And we start from them. And then it's actually normal. We start from the business. We go with whatever technology there is to resolve it. And we get it back to the customer. So that's kind of where we start. We start with the business problems, business ask.
And I guess you'll continue to do that as the product evolves, as Gen AI evolves, as your customers evolve.
Yeah, and you can think about it as technology evolves in general, you find new possibilities to create better software for our customers. And that's always our North Star, is getting a better software, more automation, better user experience, and so on, to have a very happy data citizen.
And so, Alexander, we're coming to the end of our podcast today. Already, time flies, huh? But I just wanted to kind of close with what's next? What does the future look like?
Oh, the future is so bright. AI. What's next? Very simple. Like AI is gonna go everywhere in our products. So as these new features, which are being used by customers right now, like all of these features were kind of bloomed from each different product departments. They knew, okay, this feature is going to help our product be better. And there are many products that we have. So I'm sure that every product organization or product department or every PM will use AI further to enhance their products, make it faster, more automation, better user experience. So there is a ton of good ideas around the company. We have that log of good ideas as well sitting there just to wait and further bloom into its exposure and to our customers. And that's the big goal. AI is the technology that just helps us forward on that. It's not just because of doing AI.
That's awesome. Well, whatever the future brings you, well, we're really happy to be next to you and to be on this Gen AI journey with you. Our team is extremely excited to be working with Collibra. So,
and we are as well. Like, they're very motivated. As I said, they're really almost literally camped in our office here. So being ready, being very flexible, even after the hours for our colleagues in New York, Australia, and so forth. So we're very happy with our collaboration here, and looks like there is even more work to come.
Still lots of work. Well, thank you so much, Alexander, for your time and for sharing your experience. And the future looks bright.
Yes, let's continue on that pace.
Let's do it. Thank you so much. And to our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. And we hope to see you here on our next episode very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Cloud 1-to-1. Don't forget to follow us on social networks and See you next time